Ah yes, the very popular Bergmann pistol, this case being a Danish model. This guy is absolutely interesting. We have a short recoil locked breech that then comes all the way back, recocking our hammer, and of course a last round hold open. We can reload from the magazine or via stripper clip. Look at those notches. You might want to watch out for the extractor, and then forward goes the bolt. Now of course you only have 6 rounds, which makes it kind of odd to just not use a revolver, but at least that magazine's quick. So just push forward. Oh, good lord. Okay, get your other hand and push forward on it, and then it's stuck on the bolt because it doesn't have a separate hold open. Okay, we'll just do that and yank, and then the bolt goes forward. So we're gonna have to recock that when we get the next mag in for our 6 rounds. You know what? I think I see where some of the problems are with this gun. Now that's paired with the most inhumanly small grip you've ever seen, and I know I have big hands, but this is a little ludicrous. At least the trigger is, no, it's still actually a little weirdly heavy at the beginning. The safety is workable, both in the cocked and decocked positions, so there is that. Although, if you leave her up in safe, try not to whack it too hard, because that might just snap off. Now disassembly requires you to strike this guy in an upwards direction with a punch just right. I did that off camera, and then you'd poke him on out, which my pokey can just barely manage. Now what we have on the other side is almost like a revolver. The lock work is completely isolated from the rest of the pistol. It's not in the way of anything that's recoiling other than the hammer that's getting recocked, and it's not in the way of the magazine having to wrap around it because it's not coming up from the grip. It's just all on its own in here. And in that regard, it's pretty straightforward. We push through, that trips the, well, hold on, because if I ride it, I kind of get in the way of the disconnect. So up, trips the sear, drops, and then fires. You may notice that there's some milling in here that seems to be doing nothing. That's because the disconnect was updated from the previous 1903 model, which was sold to the Spanish government. They just didn't change the raw frames because they were already doing this. Now, while I have a deep love for the Bergmann as a collector's piece, I don't think I'd choose it as my sidearm, even in the era of its prime. But if you disagree, by all means, let me know. If you'd like to learn more, we've done a full episode on the entire history of this particular piece.